What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. You may have heard of it. You are watching this video. Um, I apologize. I think I have allowed myself to get a little too reckless with the infighting. I don't regret criticizing certain things, with other content creators, maybe not mentioning certain guests of their show or but I don't think it's good right now. I think it's good for views. People love watching it. The channel's been booming. It's better than ever. It's been amazing. Your support has been amazing. But I think we've reached that tipping point where I need to just chill out a little bit. And I think the reason I'm really feeling this way is because um, there's something weird. There's some weird energy out there. Do you feel it? Do you feel it a little bit where, some people, again, I'm not a conservative commentator, but I am not a non-left commentator. So in the non-left commentator space, there's some weird vibe going on. We had, I'm nervous because I've never really been a channel that's relied on other content creators or collaborations. So I've never really cared if someone likes me or not. The only people I care about enjoying my content is my viewers. But I am nervous as I see what happened to James and PV. Essentially, biggest story of the company's history. Boom, he's pushed out with spurious complaints about he spent too much, he the worst thing they said about him is that he could have spent a little bit of like 15 grand of company money on a personal trip. Whatever, okay? I don't actually care about that. Um, then you had obviously the Tim Pool versus everybody kind of thing. And then this whole like Matt Walsh thing kind of kicked off and it felt so normal at the time to just be like, "Oh, ha ha ha, let's get into this." And then I started like really looking back and it's like, man, it's been Tim, then it was Matt, then it was PV, Crowder and Daily Wire. When this is really a time that we should be galvanizing, that we should be working together because even when we're super galvanized, we still take a ton of L's. Um, and so, at a time where, we have a really important election coming up, we have really important cultural issues to discuss, defeat. Um, we literally can't afford any infighting. I don't think that there's anything wrong with I'm not saying like don't criticize other content creators or don't criticize people that you watch. You all have no problem criticizing me, and that's what I appreciate. But also, it might be um, it might just be time to take a little break from that. Let some things go. Oh, I didn't like the way you did this video. Maybe just not worry about it. I think that you should hold your peers to the same standard that you hold your foes to. I have never seen or had a single problem there, with criticizing people that are viewed as, on my side. I don't have a problem with that. And I'm not going to stop doing it, but I think maybe we need to let the boil come back down to a simmer. And there is no bigger uh, poo stirrer in the space than me. So I I'm there's just no denying that. It's fun. Um, but like it's time to find some different targets. I think the work that my fellow content creators are doing, whether they're at Daily Wire, whether they're independent like Crowder, whether they're independent like myself or other content creators like most of us, um, I think there is value in holding them accountable, but also like sometimes there is a cause bigger than that. And right now, I think it's actually trying to win. Um, I've become, I think a lot of people, a big criticism people have outside of the drama farming is that I'm too soft. And maybe they're right. I don't know. I don't have all the answers, but I do know this. Um, the kind of the war is upon us, and we need to galvanize. I'm thinking like I might just scrub my Twitter today completely and just get back to be really pointed pointing out the left's insanity and really just focusing on that. I think and also if I can't stay out of trouble on Twitter, I'll just not use it because I think that I have 50 or 100,000 active viewers. We could really do a lot of good, but it doesn't happen when I'm constantly making you have to choose between who you watch, right? Like you shouldn't feel bad watching Tim Pool or Matt Walsh or anyone else that I've even beefed with because that's just irresponsible of me to put you in that position. So I apologize for that. It's fun for a while, but then I've kind of been slowly realizing that the juice isn't worth the squeeze there. I'm still going to criticize people when I believe that they need it. I just think my threshold's going to have to be higher, and not everything is worth starting a war over, at least amongst the people that, are working towards the same general goal. I think, um, I think that, this time away, I've had a lot of people think like on Twitter that I'm totally relaxed. I've never been more relaxed in my life. I've never had more clarity than right now. And I've still got plenty of time to get even more clear. But I think that it's wild out there. It's a spooky time out there in the non-establishment world. And I'm starting to believe maybe there are some weird forces going on behind the scenes that are sowing discontent, that are in the Twitter replies, whipping up people, egging them on to be more divisive. Um, I'm gonna be me. I'm still, I'm not gonna be some super rigid guy. I'm still gonna make mistakes. But what I can pretty much be confident that I can commit to is chilling out a little bit on worrying about every little thing that maybe somebody on quote unquote our side does that I disagree with. I think it's okay to point that kind of stuff out. Maybe even in private will be better. But the end result of it is a divided audience, which I don't want, and losing. Quite frankly, that's the end game of the infighting, is that we lose. And I can't lose sight of that. That's why I started this YouTube channel. It all started when I got canceled and excommunicated from the Magic the Gathering community. And I can't lose sight of how that felt. And the people out there who have high expectations of me to stay on task and to push things forward. And I've never been more motivated. I mean, I have a huge project rolling out that I haven't talked about, but I've been working on behind the scenes with like real reporters and other stuff like that I'm excited about. And we are going to need everybody to stand a chance in this fight. And so I'm going to do better at not dividing people. So I appreciate you sticking it out with me. I appreciate you um, tuning in, and I hope that we'll continue to fight together for a very long time. And look, I didn't even mention coffee in this video. I definitely didn't say anything about going to coffeebrandcoffee.com and buying anything, but I kid. So I really appreciate you. Thanks for putting up with all my drama lominous, and I look forward to fighting side by side for a very long time together.